Good evening. Welcome to the Voice of Harrisburg for June 22nd, 2013. I'm your host, Will Scoggins, and you are tuned into the Voice of Harrisburg. We are broadcasting from the historic mill village of Harrisburg, located in Augusta, Georgia. You've tuned in for an hour of pulchritude and despair. Usually we start this weekly show along about 11 o'clock or so. I started a few minutes early tonight, and we are going to dedicate this show to Mr. James Gandolfini, who passed away this week, best known for his portrayal of Mr. Tony Soprano in the long-running HBO series The Sopranos. He was in many other roles, but he was best known as Tony Soprano, and I've got some music together tonight that may sort of fit into sort of a Tony Soprano thing. I can't play the Alabama 3, or I would be playing of course the theme from the Sopranos, but I can't do that due to copyright. So anyway, we'll start this out with Enrico Caruso. Well, maybe not. Maybe we'll try Derek Clegg. The name of the song here is If We Only Had More Time. Okay, we didn't get Derek Clegg either for some reason. The MP3 didn't fire. Let's try something else by Derek Clegg. Let's see, what's the name of this one? Maybe it'll work. To Lose You. Well, I just don't know what to say. Try a little Eddie Cantor, and here we go.
When Grandma was a girlie, it was the custom each night before she put up her hair and curls to kneel and tell her troubles to the angels. And that was the way with all the good little girls. But nowadays the maids are mercenaries, for earthly blessings is all they seem to care. They go down on their knees and ask the angels please to hearken to this modern maiden's prayer. Give me a lot of bows and lots of pretty clothes. Give me a Pekingese and feet for all the shows. Give me a millionaire to fall in love with me. Take me to Rector's, pay the collector, one of those purely platonic protectors. Give me a limousine and diamonds like a queen. Give me most anything else you have to spare. Give me the boy that I am after. Let me retain my girlish laughter. That is the 20th century maiden's prayer. And don't you know, last week I went out to a suffragette meeting and I spoke for the suffragettes. I said, give us the chance to vote. Let the women vote. Send us to the polls. Why don't you send us to the polls? And a fresh man in the audience yelled out, yes, send them to the poles, to the North and South poles. Give me a chance to vote and get some fellows goats. Give me the right to search my husband's pants and coat. Give me a gown with lines, one must show them at times. If I display much, be optimistic. Give me a man with an eye that's artistic. Give me a bathing suit so folks can say I'm cute. Don't let the water even touch my hair. And if my marriage proves to be phony, give me lots of alimony. That is the 20th century maiden's prayer.
Say, did you ever hear the saxophone let out an awful moan, let out an awful groan? It makes you feel so nervous, yet it's great. It's the saxophone a calling to its mate. That sweet coquette, the clarinet. Now listen for a minute, and the birth of jazz you'll hear. And where there is a little jazz, you'll always find me near. For I'm a jazz vampire. Shake a foot, shake a foot, shake a foot with me and dance, dance. Dancing is my specialty. Wise men keep out of my way. They know I lead them astray. They fall the minute I sway. I insist you can't resist a jazz vampire. Take a tip, take a tip, take a tip from me, for I am all the evil music has. Went down to the river, stood on the bank, shook my shoulders and the folks all sang. For I'm the meanest kind of jazz vampire. I'm the wicked vampire of the jazz. Get up in the morning and I make the coffee roll. Ham and eggs turn over, put the crullers in a hole. Get upon a trolley car, the car begins to sway. Sit upon a half a dozen laps to start the day. I walk into the office and I greet the starter there. 6 or 7 elevators go up in the air. Sit down at my Remington and syncopate the keys. The fellow by the water stand gets water on the knees. The boss dictates a letter. Dear sir, I'd like to say, the man who gets the letter has to stop and hesitate. And when the day is over and the sun sets in the west, say I'm the only little bird who doesn't go to rest, for I'm a jazz vampire. Take a tip, take a tip, take a tip from me, for I am all the evil music has. I stood by the ocean, no one around, shook my shoulders and the sun went down, for I'm the meanest kind of jazz vampire. I'm the wicked vampire of the jazz.
Okay, that was in that set we heard Eddie Cantor, Modern Maiden's Prayer, Marion Harris, I'm a Jazz Vampire, and Leona Williams and her Dixie Band, Sugar Blues. I was going to try to play Eddie Enrico Caruso, O Sole Mio, and some other stuff I downloaded, but for some reason the MP3s failed to trigger. I don't know how to explain that, except computer glitches. So that's as close as we got to some things for James Gandolfini. I'm sorry about that. I was going to play something with more Italian flavor, and as close as I could get with with the limitations I have on this show, it was Enrico Caruso and some of these other songs. Maybe I can get them to play later on. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. What I was going to do was, we had a lot to talk about this week. Let's see. This show, of course, is dedicated to James Gandolfini, who passed away with a heart attack. It was awful, I guess. Big surprise. Tragic. Great actor. Of course, had many other roles besides Tony Soprano. Will be always noted for. Remember probably for Tony Soprano and the only other one I can. The thing slipped my mind. Get Shorty. That most recent movie with Brad Pitt, and I can't call the name of it. It's a crime drama. I've got it recorded somewhere, and I have not had a chance to watch it yet. Anyway, let's see. We're going to have a little beach music here since it is summertime now. Officially, and I was going to play this last week. Let me find it here real quick on the list. Gary Wilson. Let's see, what's the name of the song? Gary Wilson. Groovy Girls Make Love at the Beach. So here we go with Gary Wilson. I think. Let's see.
Groovy girls make love at the beach, and Tony said that Debbie's out of reach. I'll call the operator, she put me on hold. I keep crying out for Kathy, she's got me bought and sold. Got me bought and sold. Hey, she's out of reach every single Friday night. Now I said that she's out of reach when I want to take her in my arms. Groovy girls make love at the beach, and Tony said that Debbie's out of reach. I called the operator, she put me on hold. I keep crying out for Kathy, she's got me bought and sold. She's got me bought and sold. Hey, she's out of reach every single Friday night. I'm not getting out, she's out of reach when I wanna take her in my arms. Surf. Out of reach every single Friday night. I said that she's out of reach when I want to take her in my arms. Ha. took her to the dance last Friday night. I said, just wait there, be right back. She said, Gary, that sounds fine. When I came back, I told her that I fell in love with her. She said, Gary, falling in love. She said, falling in love ain't too cool. I started to cry. I started to cry. I started screaming. I started screaming. I started screaming. I started screaming. Hey, she's out of reach. Every single Friday night, I'm not kidding now. She's out of reach. When I wanna hold her in my arms. Hey! Groovy girls make love at the beach. And Tony said,
and a trifle uncool, but I can't help it, I'm a romantic fool. It's a habit of mine to watch the sun go down on Echo Beach. I watch the sun go down. From 9 to 5 I have to spend my time at work. My job is very boring, I'm an office clerk. The only thing that helps me pass the time away is knowing I'll be back at Echo Beach someday. A building in the distance, surrealistic sight. On Echo Beach, waves make the only sound. On Echo Beach, there's not a soul around. From 9 to 5 I have to spend my time at work. My job is very boring, I'm an office clerk. The only thing that helps me pass the time away is knowing I'll be back at Echo Beach someday.
it's just the same. My head hurts, throbbing with this pain, as I'm hung over and over again, as I'm hung over and over again. I'm falling off that wagon, 'cause the road was a little rough. Being ill, it's a drag, man, and I just can't seem to get enough. And I swore I'd never drink again, but then I saw her standing next to him. On my knees I fall into the ground. So adios, won't be seeing you around. Hung over and over again. Every morning it's just the same. My head hurts, throbbing with this pain, as I'm hung over and over again, as I'm hung over and over again. I'm falling off that wagon, 'cause the road was a little rough. Feeling ill, it's a drag, man, and I just can't seem to get enough. Hung over and over again. Every morning it's just the same. My head hurts, throbbing with this pain, as I'm hung over and over again, as I'm hung over and over again, as I'm hung over and over again.
Okay, you're listening to the Voice of Harrisburg for the week of June 22nd, and let's see, that was our little beach music set. We might have another one here soon enough. Let's see, first off we heard from Gary Wilson. Let's see, I wrote some crazy stuff here. I scribbled, Groovy Girls Make Love at the Beach. I love that one. Yeah. Martha and the Muffins, Echo Beach, and what you might get at the beach if you drink too much, anywhere if you drink too much. That was the Cribulators. The last song there, Hung Over. And I'm your host, Will Scoggins, and we're having a lot of fun here at our going into the witching hour. Time for community, let's see, what they used to call it on WJBF community calendar. I'm your host, Nelson Danish, with a community calendar. Let's see, went to Secret Record Night on Father's Day. That was pretty cool. That happens every third Sunday at Bee's Knees. It is free. Lost and Found Sounds. You can go there to Bee's Knees and eat and drink and listen to music, and it's pretty cool. Brought to you by your host Matt P. with guest DJs, and they have a pretty cool time. It lasts from 9 till midnight. So it's 3 hours of free music, and you don't have to do anything but sit back, take your friends down there, talk, drink, eat, and listen to music, and you hear all kinds of cool stuff. And so that's put on by Matt Porter and guest DJs. So Turns out to be a pretty cool thing. So next one will be July the 21st from 9 to 12. Thanks to our listeners out there everywhere. Found out we have a few over there at the Art Museum in town. Thanks to them. Let's see. We always want to encourage people to listen to other stuff too. 90.5 FM here in town has 1 hour of great music. With Psychotronic, the Psychotronic show on every Friday night from 10 till midnight with your host Mike Weldon, who runs Psychotronic Records. And if you are a vinyl junkie and you live in Augusta, Georgia, and you have not made it to Psychotronic, what the hell is wrong with you? You must be dead, because if you have considered yourself even remotely a music fan and you don't know where Psychotronic is by now, you're either stupid, dead, or I don't know what. I mean, I understand it if you don't have any money, but what's wrong with you if you don't know, if you haven't been there yet? You can listen to another good radio show coming out of Athens, GA, on 90.5 FM. I don't know. You have to get on Facebook. Ort's Oldies. You kind of have to be a friend of William Orton Carlton to be kind of keep up when he does his. He does his sporadically, but he puts on a really good radio show there. So there's that. Let's see. Where are we now? We're at the half-hour mark. Let's listen to a little bit more music, and then we'll come back and talk some more. Have some more talk, and let's see. What are we going to listen to now? I have no idea, because I don't have any plans. I never planned this stuff out. We won't listen to any of that yet. Here, let's go to the ladies' room. And
you say you're leaving for California. You can't just leave the life you created. Some days you love the way you are, but other days you just leave a scar on my heart. Sometimes you say you like me too, but other days you just leave me hanging. Leave me hanging. You say you're sorry, but then you go back and do it again. You don't really mean it, but I guess you are who you are. Some days I love the way you are, but other days you just leave a scar on my heart. Sometimes you say you like me too, but other days you just leave me hanging. Leave me hanging. Leaving me hanging. Leaving me hanging. Leaving me hanging. Leaving me hanging. You say you're happy. You say that you'd like to change, but you aren't really doing it. It's just something I
is gloomy. My hours are slumberless. Dearest, the shadows I live with are numberless. Little white flowers will never awaken you, not where the black coach of sorrow has taken you. Angels have no thought of ever returning you. Would they be angry
Ooh-wee, that was a nice peek inside the ladies' room. Let's see, we heard from Celia Gary, Leave Me Hanging, heard from Singing Sadie, Gloomy Sunday, and Jane Harris, Misery Cares. I don't know about y'all, but Singing Sadie kind of reminded me of Karen Dalton a little bit. I'd like to find a little bit of Karen Dalton's albums. I think they've been reissued. If you don't know who Karen Dalton was, you might look her up on YouTube. She was a contemporary of Bob Dylan's in early Greenwich Village. Did not have nearly the career he had. I think she made a few albums. I think she largely ended up like a lot of people, not very successful in the music business at all, due basically to alcoholism and drug abuse, but ended up dying pretty early on of AIDS. But she had a very, very, very distinguished voice, and you owe it to yourself to check out Karen Dalton. I would love to snag a couple of her albums in the flea market, at least original copies. I'd settle for reissues, but a couple of her albums will be worth it. Let's see, we need to be talking about things going on. Let's see, in these selfless I can do that. That's my show. I'm not going to professional broadcasting school. I don't care. Let's see, in the shameless self-promotion department, I have a show coming up June 27th at Mad Studios. I will be part of the singer-songwriter showcase. Let's see, that's on 11th Street. I'm not sure exactly where it is. I've never actually been there. I need to go find it this week sometime. Show my face there and find out where it is. It's actually a pretty good lineup. I don't know, everybody's going to be there. Young Goodman Brown is going to be closing the show. I keep hearing that name, and I know the guy that's coming after me, if it's the same guy that I saw as on an open mic night at Sky City, CJ, you need to come see him. We need to come see you, but you need to come see the guy that's coming after me. CJ's pretty good. It's the same guy I'm thinking about. Different style, but you need to come see him. And I want to thank everybody who's coming out, who responded to my Facebook thing and who's going to come out, especially folks coming out of town. It's a long way to drive, and appreciate that. I got another show coming up on July 12th at the Highlander Inn in North Augusta, South Carolina. And Willie and the Hand Factory has 3 singles for sale. They are available on Bandcamp, and let's see, I know they're on Spotify, and they will soon be on Google Play, iTunes, and Amazon. The songs are Love is an Outlaw, Uncle Shirt, and Midnight Window. I'm going to meet with a designer next week to strike a deal with an Australian company for possible t-shirts for Willie and the Hand Factory. And I'm going to also meet next week with a producer about I've got a CD I want to put out for Willie and the Hand Factory, but it needs to be tweaked a little bit and a couple of songs added and some artwork done. So I don't know when it'll be finished, but it should be up on CD Baby. I don't know, maybe by fall. I don't know. I say by fall. I'll give myself a good time frame, so I don't want to say in 2 weeks and there's not show up. So I'll give myself by fall, and fall's a pretty good time away. So anyway, so with that said, let's see, is there anything else on the Nelson Danish calendar here? I don't think so, because there's so much happening downtown right now. So anyway, you can always find Willie and the Ham Factory on Reverb Nation. We have a thing on SoundCloud. We're on Vandalism. I think, let's see, do we have something on does anybody ever go to MySpace anymore? I think it's maybe something on MySpace still. I don't know if anybody ever goes down there still. It was down there. I don't know where there is. I don't know. But anyway, let me play you a song of one of our singles coming out, and this is let's see, which one is this? Let's see. Let me find it. Uncle Shirt. Where's Uncle Shirt? If you've been listening to the show, you've heard Uncle Shirt, but I'll play Uncle Shirt.
Uncle Shirt and his bride to be. She's 16, he's 73. 6 Viagra and some right good wine. Smoked a big joint and they was feeling fine.
Okay, in that set we heard from Willie and the Hand Factory, Uncle Shirt, Dance the Tired Clown, Bad Dream, and the last song we heard was Free. The band was Free Piece of Tape. The song was called Burning School. And you're listening to the Voice of Harrisburg, and I'm your host, Will Scoggins, and you have tuned in for an hour of pulchritude and despair on our humble little show here, broadcast almost every week from the historic Mill Village of Harrisburg in Augusta, Georgia. I wanted to start saying that because I didn't want people getting the idea that we are somehow in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, or somewhere else. When we call ourselves the Voice of Harrisburg. So, actually, we are technically where I'm located. Is technically, really, if you want to get technical about it, is in a part of Augusta called Lakeview. I'm more up toward Lake Homestead. It's actually been called Lakeview since the Lake Homestead was built in 1872, 1873. It started. Actually, the actual lake was called Lakeview at first. It was not called Lake Homestead. It was called Lakeview, and rich people in Augusta had homes around it. And apparently, from what I read, there was at least 2 islands in the lake, and there was a floating kind of pavilion out there, and at one time, and before I guess Julian Smith Casino was built, and after a while they built, of course, Frederick Law Olmsted built, the guy who built Erie Canal and also built Central Park. Built this wonderful lake we have over here that people seem to take for granted, to think there's nothing, don't seem to really value it around here. We have a baseball stadium over here, and we seem to be, our city government is doing its best to gut the team. They want to send it over to the river, send our baseball team over the river to North Augusta. I don't know why. That seemed like a terrible idea to me. We've got a perfectly useful baseball stadium over there, a multi-purpose stadium. I mean, they ought to stick a historical marker in the middle of it. Bob Dylan played there. I mean, come on. It's already historical right there. It's been used as a concert field, and not just anybody played there. So I mean, and here we are going at our city government's going at their best. That's what we do best around here. We do things to screw up. I mean, our leaders do things to screw up. They just, it's like a tournament. It's like it's how best can we screw this place up? We got a wonderful lake over there, wonderful houses around it. And technically, we live in the Lakeview area because we have a Lakeview. We had a Lakeview pharmacy, a Lakeview cinema at one time, and a Lakeview. Let's see, there's a church down the street from me called the Lakeview Church of God. So it's been referred to as Lakeview as early as 1872 or 1873. The area around here has some. So, but we all call it Harrisburg. So that's my history lesson for today. That's your history lesson for today. So anyway, going back one more time, I've got a show coming up June 27th, and I should be going on at around a little after 8 o'clock p.m. I got a 25-minute set, and I do have another show July 12th at the Highlander. And I have not finalized the arrangements there. I don't know what time further details are being worked out there. All I know is we have a date. Got a date there, and times and arrangements have yet to be finalized, and we'll let you know more about that on Facebook and Reverb Nation, and I will bombard you with event invitations and all sorts of things. Let's see, any more ideas or things I need to talk about tonight? Now we're getting into the summer, so I'm going to try to bring some more beach kind of music, beachy, themey music, maybe some hot music. It's been wonderfully nice over here. I don't want to say that too loud. We've had plenty of rain. I don't want to say that too loud either. Our lake is up. Our Clark Hill Lake is up. Oh, it's wonderful. It hasn't been up like that in years. Let's see. I've enjoyed being with you tonight, and tune in next week, and hopefully we will talk about the show on the 27th and whatever happens there, and maybe we'll know more about the t-shirts, and maybe we'll know more about the date on the 12th. So thanks for tuning in.